What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today I have another collab with Geoguessr Japan. I'm going to be playing against CivilJohn, who as far as I can tell is Japan's best player, or at least definitely very much up there. This should be good fun. We've already played 2 duels over on Geoguessr Japan's channel, so you can check that out, and we're going to play 4 more here today, so let's get straight into it. Okay, here we go into game number 3, or the first one on my channel. Let's see how we can go against Japan's top pro. Should be interesting. We're left-hand drive here on like around, it looks like it's going to be somewhere in like Singapore or Hong Kong or something like that. Yellow's on the outside of the road here. Black plate over there would make me think of Singapore here mostly. Yeah, that looks like Singaporean stuff as well to me. So I think we can go here confidently. It is like a very open road in a way that I've don't really recall seeing in either country too much, but surely Singapore makes more sense here. So that's what we're gonna go for. And I guess it's something like this, right? So we're near some green zones. I feel like this makes probably the most sense. So we'll see about that, but yeah, I don't really know. We'll see. And it was just this road instead. Should have lined up the roads a little bit more, but we take an early 7 points of damage from CivilJohn here. So interesting first round there. It was actually relatively difficult, but we both figured it out. Next one here, going to be Europe now. A blue fire hydrant makes me think of Croatia. Poles fit well enough for Croatia, I would say, although it is not necessarily there yet. Could also just be over the border in Hungary as well. Although I would say, like, it almost appears that some of these plates don't have blue strips. For example, this one almost looks like it has no blue strips. So I guess, like, Hungarian Croatian border would have to be the order of the day here. Like, it is fairly sparse in terms of clues. We'll go for that, but yeah, I'm not really sure here. And so it is just in Croatia there. He knew the clue about the blue fire hydrant as well, and we do 3 points of damage instead there. So yeah, just a fairly standard round once again. Next one here looks like it could be potential for a bit more damage here. We're somewhere in South Africa, which is good. Definitely one of the countries I prefer to guess in. And this could be a few places. It probably is just somewhere near the capitals, but it could be elsewhere, you know? So, like Durban, even Cape Town, still very possible here in my opinion. Like South Coast, very much possible. I don't know, I think I pretty much should just go for like a Johannesburg here, but yeah, and the fact that we have no mountains as well probably fits that better, but I don't know, like, middle of the country hedge is also very valid here. So, yeah, I mean, like, these kind of rounds when you're in kind of a suburb can be more difficult than average, I would say, on South Africa. If you can see more landscape, that's when life gets a bit easier. Like, this pole almost reminds me more of, like, a Durban pole. But then again, in Johannesburg, you get all kinds of poles, so it's really no sure thing. We'll see here. And it ends up being all the way out here in Stella. Never would have guessed that, so I'm glad I just went Johannesburg, to be honest. It's 300 points damage, and definitely it went better than it could have. Let's just say that. Okay, next one here. We're gonna be somewhere in Kenya here. We got the snorkel, so somewhere more east. Yeah, I mean it's fairly generic stuff here. We're like kind of got that kind of reddish soil that you're likely to see kind of northeast of Nairobi here. So I'm kind of thinking somewhere out on the A3 or something like that. That's probably my best guess here. One like the B9 or the A3 are probably most likely, and not too far from Nairobi because it's still pretty green, pretty forested. Well, not quite forested, but lots of bushes and that kind of thing. So I feel like this guess is just fine. Also a ridge to our west, which probably doesn't fit for where we clicked, but okay, it's just a bit further over that direction. Yeah, this guess, well, definitely makes sense landscape-wise, doesn't make sense with the car meta, which would indicate that we're somewhere closer to Nairobi. Okay, next one here, and we do indeed have some yellow center lines here. So black car, yellow center lines, and this sign should just be somewhere in Colombia here. Just going to go between Bogota and Cali because that's kind of what I kind of think are most likely here. But yeah, I mean it's just some standard Colombia. Look at all these cows on the mountain. It's such a steep mountain, and they're so heavy that if they trip, they could fall. Surely, I wonder. Anyway, it is just further south there. The standard hedge. Nets us a little bit of damage there. We had a slightly better vibe, so obviously it would have been huge if he went on the border, but yeah. Okay, next one here. 2.5 times damage in Russia, maybe? Yeah, so this is a repeat for me, so I know where this is. I feel a bit bad, but you gotta make use of your repeats, don't you? So it's even like over here, I think, or something like that. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I had it on one of my videos, or when I was playing with someone. I think it was like right near Like, it says Irkutsk on the sign, but it was much further east than I expected. Like, maybe even, it was like over here, actually, I think. Anyway, like, I don't know. But we'll see if he's able to get it here. And he isn't. Yeah, I should have gone over there, but he goes near Irkutsk. It's going to be a good amount of damage for us. Nothing crazy, though, because I forgot. I would have probably clicked here, had I remembered properly, or at the time. Anyway, it's better than it went like that. Okay, next one here, we have some Guatemala. Now, do I recognize this place at all? To be honest, I don't think I do. It's mountainous though, and it feels fairly southern. So, all in all, I will just hedge a little bit further west here in Guatemala. Could just be the main city as well, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okie dokie, ends up being just between us there. Fairly standard stuff, I would say, and we are slightly closer. So definitely going well on this first duel. The previous two were definitely closer than this one, but who knows, when we get a Japan or an Asia round, it really could be in trouble for me. This one looks like it's going to be somewhere in Sweden, I would say. Yeah, Sweden. And I'm thinking of deep south here just because of this, like, architecture looking a little bit, like, more brick involved and stuff like that here. That's my thought. Quite south. Now, could it actually be another country? Could it be Baltic or something? Language-wise, could be. Okay, now I'm just trying to think it over here. Does everything fit for Sweden, actually? Because normally you have road lines or something like that. That would obviously be preferable. We don't really see it this time. So, what about, like, street sign? Nothing. We just have this, like, Lilas, Islas, something. Yeah, I think it says So that would be surely more Swedish. I think so. It's not easy. How many Volvos do we have? No Volvo. There's one. Okay, there's two Volvos. Okay, I'm finally satisfied that this is Sweden. I hope I'm correct about it. We have like a bunch of lakes, so like any town around here, I feel like it's good. And hey, if it's Baltic and it's 3.5 times damage and he 5Ks it, then, you know, we should maybe survive, or at least, depends how close he gets, but, you know, we should at least be okay. Theoretically. I think it's Sweden anyway. Just a disturbing lack of Volvos for a Swedish round, I must say. And it was, oh my gosh, it was literally just the Latvian word for road there. Ila, or whatever it's called. I can't remember how to say it, but I recognize it, and it was just too grainy to make out for me to be sure about it, unfortunately. Okay, next one here. We're going to be somewhere in South Para, like Maranhão kind of border here. Slightly hilly. He goes for the yes, I like that. Ooh, could that be a Maranhão thing? I don't know. I know there are yellow pole marking metas, which I should probably learn. I'm going to go southwest Maranhão here. I feel like that is really the best. Road quality feels a bit like Tocantins Para as well, and it is Maranhão. He gets it quite close there, so that's going to be, again, bad damage for us. 1.7k there. So now we're actually holding on. We had such a good start and then a few bad rounds when the multis get high. That's the problem with having a good start and a bad ending. But okay, next one here should be somewhere in Senegal, and I don't really know. I feel like you kind of just click central around like this. Senegal's never been my strong suit, but I feel like there's probably like some Generation 3 left over in that kind of direction. Now, we'll see. It could just be further towards Dakar or further towards Saint Louis. I hope there's nothing I missed, but yeah, I don't think it should be too bad here. We'll see. And it ends up being, yeah, nearby there. That's kind of what I expected, and so it's going to be slightly closer for us. 5 points of damage here. Goodness me, definitely a close one here. So 5 times damage now. What are we going to be able to do on Turkey, is it? Or Russia? Russia, probably. Okay, Russia, Turkey, indeed. Okay. In which case, I would say, like, northeast Turkey here or something like that here. We have, yeah, what I would describe as, like, definitely, like, inside the mountains kind of landscape here. But north or south is a good question, because we have a lot of, like, pines as well. Well, I think, like, the rockiness of the mountains reminds me more of south here. So, like, Adana kind of area probably makes the most sense. It's a little scary. Like, Antalya is still possible as well. I don't know, I do get the sense that it's closer to where I clicked, but yeah, Antalya area or even up here, like around Tokat or something. So we've clicked the middle one. I feel like it's the best, but still definitely worried here. We'll see. And it is over near Adana there. Surely that's enough to take him out at this point. 5 times damage? Ooh, it is. Nice. Okay, we take the first win there. Definitely made it close, did CivilJohn. And let's head through to the second one here. Okay, headed into the next one here. This is the second duel of the video. And it's not an easy first round here, to be honest. I'm trying to work out what I think of, like, the white lines here, all this kind of thing. Like, Croatia came to mind first, but the guardrail doesn't fit, so Now I'm thinking of like even Bulgaria or something like that. Could be possible. What else is actually like workable here? Like North Bulgaria or Czechia or Slovakia, but normally they don't have this guardrail, so that makes less sense to me. And then maybe Slovenia is also possible, but not really sure. I switched to Rome area last minute here, and it ends up being in Italy as well. Really great last minute switch there. Didn't really know what made me go for it, but yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel quite like the kind of like metal netting on the rocks on the side of the on the side of the round didn't quite feel like Eastern Europe, so that's why. Next one here is definitely difficult. Could be like Sakhalin or something like that. Do we have any cabbage here, is the question. Definitely East Russia somewhere. Primorsky, Sakhalin, something like that to me. Could even be Kamchatka Peninsula here. Ooh. Yeah, that's so possible, you know. I've definitely seen rounds there that look like this. I think I would ultimately opt for Sakhalin here. Slightly more based on vibes, but man, oh man, it really does look like, might hedge it even. I could hedge this. Oh man, it's a bit risky though, isn't it? What do I actually feel like is better here? Like, buildings-wise, they're very run down. Like, it's a dirt road. Maybe that could actually be more Kamchatka, but there's quite a lot of, like, plant life here. So I think I have to opt for Sakhalin here. Like, yo, look, this could easily be, like, I even want to say it's, like, one of these, like, towns up here, like Esso or something like that. Man, if it's actually Esso, I'll be so annoyed with myself, because I was looking at coverage there recently. Don't tell me. I mean, could really be there. Let's see. I'm so curious to see where this actually is. And it was actually Sakhalin, so agree with, like, his thought process there. But, hey, we come through with a nice guess there. So that's really good. Very much happy with that guess. And the next one here is a single yellow line, so maybe Mexico or something like that here. South Korea, indeed, actually. Get no real vibe here. Maybe it could even be Jeju or something like that, you know. Maybe that's possible, just because it feels quite green. But instead, I feel like, I'm going to go for Jeju here, guys. I don't really know, like, I'm just feeling it. I want to get nice guesses in a row, and this just, like, something, like, the pavement's a bit darker. Like, this is very lush, in a way that you could see on the mainland, but I'm wondering, that's a very strange building. Is this even, I don't know, these feel like very Korean road lines to me. Surely it is. Okay, it is Jeju. We both get it, though. Really good guess from John there as well. But very pleased with myself to have gotten that. I wonder if he speaks Korean as well. That's a good question. Because I think a lot of, like, Japanese would learn Korean and stuff like that. Next one here, like an Italian speed sign to me. Maybe something else still. Italian crossing sign? Probably. Yeah, okay. Yuria. Ristorante. Yeah, should be Italy. Fairly south here, I would say. Maybe even... do we have cacti? Because maybe even Sardinia is good here. I don't know. Uria. A lot of, like, eucalyptus, a lot of pines. Think I will probably opt for, like, Sardinia is so possible. But I think I would prefer to opt for just, like, central Sicily here. But it's very flat. So maybe, like South Italy or Sardinia work better here. I think I might go for South Italy. I don't know, Uria. Maybe should have scanned here. I want to put him in instead, but Yuria, I wonder if it is. I mean, it's going to be pretty bad damage if he gets it correct and it is over there, but I don't know if he'll, like, have the goal to go over there. It's, like, quite a difficult decision to make, ultimately. And it was just over there, near Foggia, so that's good for us. And, yeah, I mean, that's good damage. 600 points. We can definitely be happy with that. We're actually on flawless pace here, so that's really good. But I'm playing well. I have stepped it up a little bit. Okay, next one here should be somewhere in the Netherlands, and I would say, do we have, like, old-style street signs? Because that's what you often see yeah, we don't really, do we? What is that? Crest, I wonder. So, instead, I would probably, like, I don't think it's Amsterdam because of that. I want to go Rotterdam instead here. I don't know. We'll see what ends up being correct here. Probably just Amsterdam, but it's very open. No, I kind of like Rotterdam or something a bit different. Better anyway, but I don't know what the crest is. I'm sure the Dutch viewers, and there are many of you watching, know it. Oh, we also have, like, a bit of French there. Probably doesn't mean anything on this occasion, but we'll see. Okay, we're closer again, which is good. It's actually in Helmond there, which is a relatively decently sized city. And, yeah, we are slightly closer. Okay, 2.5 times damage now on round number 6. Still going for the flawless here. And so this looks like it's going to be somewhere in Senegal. Quite green here. Like, this could certainly be further out than the last one. I do want to just kind of go south here, though. I'll just go like here. I suppose the other concern is that we're somewhere around Tambakunda, but yeah, it's really not a big deal if we are. And actually, yeah, we're over here. Like, that's probably, like, it makes a lot of sense with how much greenery we had, but I just thought that this was a little more likely. So, definitely going well on the second duel. First one was a bit shaky. This one has been quite decisive. We have some power plants here. This is definitely a repeat for me. I have no idea where it was, though. Probably Opferur area here, overall, just because it is industrial over there, so it definitely makes sense. I don't know, like Duisburg, something like that, probably leaning. I think it's more like these three cities up here will probably be more, like industrial than these three, but it could easily just be Bielefeld, Hanover, Hamburg, Bremen, any of those I feel like are really options, maybe even something East Germany as well, we'll see here. And it ends up being, yes, indeed, in Cologne area, and he goes for Russia there. Unfortunate, 11,000 points damage, so that is the second one there. We actually get the flawless victory, which is pretty cool. Headed through to game number 3 here, round number 1. Will we be in Croatia with this B style guardrail? Question is, do we have an antenna? We do, so yeah, I really like Croatia here overall. Feels a bit further north with these kind of like greener trees. It doesn't feel very Mediterranean or something like that. Regardless, here, let's see where it actually is. And it was actually in North Croatia there, on the Slovenian border. Makes a lot of sense to me. Look how close Croatia and Italy are to bordering, and yeah, they don't quite. Anyway, next one here. Probably, ooh, this is interesting. Something Asian, surely. Although, could it be... Yeah, it's going to be somewhere in Thailand here. Now, these mountains would make me think of Laos area. And we do have those kind of longer insulators as well, I think. So I will just go for Laos here. Now, it actually probably is worth it to count up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, not longer insulated. So this could be further north than I thought. Interesting. Let's count again here. Yeah, not the long ones. Okay, so we are obliged to go a bit further north here because most times down south they'll have the shorter ones. So this is probably like somewhere around there, I guess, or around Bangkok. Like these big pointy out mountains, definitely most common around Phuket, and I'm still worried that it is there. But these kind of shorter insulators would lead us to go further north. So we'll find out. Maybe just like Chumphon here is also possible. We shall see. Okay, and it was further north there. Good to know those little metas like that. And ends up being, yeah, very far north for those sticking out mountains. I definitely think that was like a mistake I would have made had I not known that insulator meta. Regardless, here next time we're in Nigeria. And this kind of landscape with this follow car and this Google car probably all adds up to southeast to me. So I'm going to go like near, I don't know, like this kind of area probably makes the most sense. This way, even we hedge a little bit further towards the middle that way. If it is Lagos area, we don't lose too much. But yeah, I definitely think in southwest here is best. There are probably like language differences because there's 3 major languages in Nigeria. But yeah, I mean, I can't really tell the difference just yet. And it ends up being over here near Lagos, so he avoids the floors this time. He gets some damage back on us. Definitely like interested to like figure out exactly why that was west there, because I haven't quite. I mean, I was just kind of using the car meta there overall, which is more common southeast. Okay, next one here, somewhere in a tuk-tuk. That's interesting. Tuk-tuk. Like, I mean, it's going to be somewhere in Philippines with this road, the concrete road. I'm just trying to think where you'd see a tuk-tuk like that though. Overall, probably just go Davao here. Easily could be later or something like that. We'll see. And it is Davao, South Davao. So I reckon the tuk-tuk's something. In fact, I know it is something. I just I couldn't remember where it was. So there we go. It's still a fine guess by us, but he gets a really nice one. And the next one here is double damage on what looks to be somewhere in the US or something like that. Maybe actually Mexico is more likely here. Okay, where's the sun? Sun is behind a cloud. And not particularly useful either, I would say. Okay, could it be Brazil? I feel like, this is not easy, guys. Like, very long grass on the side of the road. I feel like Mexico is best, honestly, with this kind of hill. But, like, it's not a pleasant round. It's just not pleasant. Yeah, I think Mexico's most likely. So I'm just going to go for it here, put the pressure on so he has no more time to kind of, like, get a good bearing and think too much. I feel like Veracruz is as likely as anywhere here. Maybe Chiapas, maybe North Colombia, still very possible, and maybe, I don't know where in Brazil it would be though. I feel like it's Colo or Mex, and it's just strange to me, so we'll see here where it actually is. And it was just central Brazil there, Goiás. That's going to be knockout damage, surely. Yeah, it is. So there we go. He takes the next one. Just missed it there. He takes the third one there, so good games. Yeah, in hindsight there, I think the sun was slightly more south, and I just kind of, slightly more north, and I kind of just ignored that. Confirmation bias again. You should always, like, consider the sun, but it was behind the cloud as well. Anyway, no time to dwell on that. We're in the final game of the video here, and it is on Japan. Yeah, we can't really let him read for too long here. A lot of, like, red roofs on the houses. Very strange to me. Any pole tops? Like, yeah. Maybe Kansai pole top, or maybe... Yeah, I think that's probably most likely. Kyushu also an option here, I feel. Maybe, yeah, Kyushu, very, very possible in my opinion. I'm not really sure which is better. Obviously, he has the option to read a lot here, and I should probably just get along with it, but I still want to just, like, look around to see if there's anything I recognize, because I have been learning my Japan metas a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't really see anything here. So, the question is, where do we hedge? Yeah, good question. I'm not really sure what's best here. Maybe just, yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, Osaka hedge always works, doesn't it? Let me just take one final look here. Like, yeah, it should really be Kyushu, shouldn't it? Like, they're quite short. I think that's more of a Kyushu thing. I don't know, though. Like, very, like, Japan is just so tough. That almost feels like a Tokyo pulled up. Okay, gonna, hedge it further between, like, Nagoya and Tokyo here. We'll see. And it ends up being, yeah, actually not too bad. So, Kanagawa there, inside that prefecture, and we are not too far away. Finally saw the Tokyo pole top, which kind of is like a clown hat kind of thing. And, yeah, that was good for us. Okay, next one here. No time to dwell on what was a pretty tough Japan there. Next one is going to be somewhere in Chile, R5, okay? So the R5 is going to be where? Surely somewhere up here. Okay, it's on this road here. We're next to, we do see ocean there. We see hills. It's not too far north here, because we have a lot of vegetation. So Copiapo, like, it's somewhere around here, in my opinion. Or just north of Copiapo. So which is better then? If I was clicking here, would I expect to see some more greenery? Maybe. Okay, what about this direction? We don't see too much there. And not there, so let's get the road angle here. Something pretty much perfectly north-south, just slightly this direction. That looks good, doesn't it? We'll try it. If it's not, it's here, but we're before multis anyway. And the road angles here aren't quite as good unless we're right. Like, yeah, I think we might have the 5k here. We'll see. It's there or there, surely. I think, like, up here you wouldn't see as many bushes, you wouldn't see as much life, so I think so. And we both go for the same exact place there. It's a bit further south, so yeah, really can't complain. 5 points of damage is, yeah, he's definitely better at 5k'ing than me. I learned that in some of the first duels on the other channel, so really can't complain. Okay, next one here. Looks like it's going to be somewhere in Spain. You know, it kind of gave me North Spain vibes at first. Now I think more south, but ultimately it's just somewhere Spain here. So I'm happy to just go for that. Now, let's take a look around, see if there's anything he can spy in the time that I haven't given him. Yeah, not really. I think this is pretty generic. Now, he should get Spain. I think it's fairly obvious because of the dry landscape and this kind of brick architecture. We'll see, though. And he goes Parma there. Makes sense. We did see some rock walls in the distance, and it was just in line with Madrid there. So my initial thought, actually, more correct than my second thought. Okay, next one here, though. Let's see what we got going on. 1.5 times damage. And it should be somewhere in, like, England here. Yeah, it looks like England to me with those brick houses. A little bit further north here, but nothing too crazy. I think just like north of Manchester is probably the best here. And we basically 5k there. Very nice indeed. I do have a knack for getting UK not too badly, and that's 590 points. So yeah, I feel like that his guess is good as well, but with the red brick, England just quite a bit more likely than Scotland. Okay, next one here. US or Canada. The 50-50 is real. We have a no overtaking sign that's the US style. And therefore I like Nebraska here. I like west or central Nebraska. Kansas, South Dakota, both possible here. Even North Dakota possible. Oh, the white thing might be a South Dakota thing, maybe. I think that might be a South Dakota thing. Let's see. I don't really know. But maybe after like re-observing that, I would go South Dakota here. And it was just on the border, so yeah, a really good guess from him. I wonder if the road actually helped there. I don't think so. I think he just had a nice plonk. But okay, it's fine. Got the right state. Always happy with that in the US. And the next one here is going to be maybe Russia. So he has potential to knock us out here. Surely Kamchatka this time, though. That's fine. It is paved, and it is fairly angled here. So it should be somewhere in here. something more like this. So I think the paved section is more south. We'll go for that. But I expect him to be able to recognize this. White car as well, more common on Kamchatka in East Russia as well. Not really Sakhalin, I think, but mostly like East Russia up here as well. I didn't really bother with the road angle too much, so we'll see here. Okay, we both go the similar direction there. It was actually just in this stretch of road here, so yeah, the angle was a bit different. Minimal damage there. I mean, on Russia, I'm happy to survive. I'm happy to survive. Leave it to other countries where I am more of an expert. Okay, this one's like Ghana somewhere. Now, I would say Kumasi area is good. The question is, though, are we more east or something like that? Would actually be more on the east side of the country. I think I'll hedge here. I don't really feel like leaving it. I don't really feel like leaving it up to like a fancy guess here. 3 times damage, even if he 5Ks and it's over here, we don't lose too much. And if it's Kumasi as well, we're fine. I think he'll go for the same as me, honestly. If he's feeling daring, he might go for something else. But this is probably the standard hedge when it's 1-player games only. So let's see here. And it was just like south of Kumasi instead. We are actually a little bit further away there, so only a slight amount of damage. And we are still just behind here after a pretty rough US guess there, which he really nailed. Okay, next one here is South Africa. I assume Sun is, yeah, I'm in South Africa. So I kind of thought like this kind of region here, maybe. I'm gonna go for that. Could be further, well, I feel like this is a good guess, because the vegetation reminds me a little bit of Botswana. Could be further south. I would say like around Bloemfontein also fits pretty well. Could be further north, but somewhere in like this kind of stretch here is really what I'm feeling. Okay, and we actually nail it there. It was, yeah, on the way to Bloemfontein instead, but that's really great damage. At 3.5 times damage, that's 2.7k. He goes north, which definitely makes sense as well, but just didn't quite give me that vibe. Are we running it back? Are we back in ZA here? Looks like we're not. We're going to be somewhere in a cove in Argentina, or even Chile? Or Peru or something. I guess road signs look Chilean. Sun is north. Yeah, this should be Chile. It's concerning as, though, man. What is this? I don't know. So, we have to get into the map here. I don't really know where you find something like this in North Chile, man. Maybe the play is like North Chile here. Like, where I have it seems fine, right? I don't know. I just don't know it around like this, man. I'm pretty clueless on Chile. How solidly south is the sun? Or north? It's pretty solidly north. I do not know. I would love to find like a fitting thing here. I think I'm just giving him more time to search where I'm not really searching it properly at all. So yeah, north here, if it is like, it's probably like Oru, but street signs and architecture feels more Chilean, so omega confusing here. I don't know, it can be anywhere like down here, up here, we'll see. We shall see. And it was just there. It's enough to survive, surely. He's quite a bit closer. Quadruple damage, 2.4k, good. Okay, that's as much as I can hope for, guys. I really was clueless on around like that. Clearly, the fact that I was even considering Bolivia there is pretty bad. Okay, but here we are in a Mexican round, which feels like it suits me decently here. I would say like Tamaulipas or something like that. Makes sense? Yeah. Yeah, let's go for Tamaulipas here. Feels good. Other possibilities are like Nuevo Leon and Coahuila. But I felt Tamaulipas better. I don't know. Just go fast here and we'll find out. Oh, it says Tamaulipas. No. Oh, he'll have read it. I mean, at least we got a good guess though. And it is north there. I guess, hey, we get paid off. We get paid off for a good guess, huh? There we go. And it's going to be 800 points of damage. So we're back in the lead. Goodness me. That's a clutch guess considering I didn't have my reading spectacles on. But okay, 5 times damage now. Could be the last round of the game. Likely is, although we have the normal car in Kyrgyzstan here. He's good at this kind of thing, man. Fasten your seatbelt. Big mountains north. What does it say here? No, I don't really know when it comes to rounds like this, guys. Bigger valley north, like we're closer to the South Mountains. Oh, we should actually, as much as I hate going it for, like, we should actually look for this. Narin area, it's probably on this, like, kind of thing, surely. Those are pretty far away. Yeah, Narin area surely works, makes a good amount of sense here, guys. Otherwise, like, it's like these towns here, but we're closer to the South Ridge here and further away from the North Ridge, like what we see, like a bit, but actually that's pretty close to us. I don't know, I think it's wrong, but we'll see. I mean, maybe it's right, we'll see. We shall see here, and we both go Narin, and it is just Bishkek. Crazy, that we could see mountains like north here, but they were just like smaller ridges, so that's fine. Great result for us, honestly, because we suck at that, but we get rewarded with some Japan. No. We don't want this. Hopefully you can't read anything too useful. Is that a Kyushu pole top? Yeah, this time we just go Kyushu. This time we send it quickly, I think. Now, just take one look around for safety. Does it look like Kyushu? Not particularly, but hey, it could just be up on the mountains here. Let's go. Okay, so now let's take a look around and see if we screw it up here. You know what? Feels okay. Black stripe on the speed sign I'm not familiar with. It probably means something, though, to him, or to a good Japan player. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And it was just Miyazaki here. He just was able to read it, but we survived, which is crucial here. 600 points of damage. That's a good guess. And we actually still in the lead, despite surviving in Japan there was huge. So let's just see if we can do it here. 6 times damage. We're inside somewhere in Africa. Yeah. We'll just say this is Lagos, no? Let's see if we can probably read it here. So that is Ansar Liberty Road. That could be like a capital city kind of thing. Administration, Oxford, tutorials, nothing there, okay. Beauty by Toomey, nothing, okay, nothing. Oh, does that say Ibal? Oh, it might be Ibadan. Oh, what does that say? Number 1 hotel, nothing there. Okay, he's found it, probably. He wouldn't have gone without finding it, I think. That's bad. Okay, we have to go here. So, oh, scheiße. Go Lagos. I don't know. We have palms. Surely it's there. No, it's Ibadan. No. Do we survive? No, we don't. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know. I should have clicked between them, but I thought with that many palms we'd be okay. Okay, he takes the dub there. He's a good scanner. Quicker than me. So there we go. That was fun. GG's to our friend John there. Go check out the video on the other channel, guys. And yeah, give it a like. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Pretty good. The Japanese community can be proud of CivilJohn's play. I think he's a good player. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.